Swamiji Vethathiri Maharishi is not only just a philosopher, and we can say he is also a scientist. He has explained all his concepts through science. Even though science has advanced a lot, it still lacks a lot. Swamiji explains all his concepts through these scientific techniques. Even some of the formulas can be applied for Swamiji's philosophy. From the evolution of the universe, evolution of the living being, individual peace, family peace, and the world peace. He has dealt all the subjects in detail. And really we are all very much fortunate to be here, to understand, to analyze his philosophy. The exercise, meditation, the kayakalpa, these are all the techniques given to orient the body. And mainly the meditation which goes for the mind. So after streamlining the body and the mind, then we can analyze ourselves, where we are, what we are, what is our aim of birth. In that way we can analyze everything. And now we'll go for a family harmony. What is family? How a harmonious relationship can be maintained within all the members of the family. And what are all the problems coming there? And how it can be solved. See, the problems will be there everywhere. When the human brain thinks, it is always ready to solve the problems. It accepts the problems, or even the human mind welcomes the problems. We cannot live without problems. If there is no problem, we will create problems, because the intelligence, the consciousness, the skill of the persons will not remain idle. It will create some problems. So we have to see how the problem can be attended, how it can be solved amicably. So when we come to a family, husband, wife, children, or parents and the children, so within these members, how a harmonious relationship can be maintained. It should be mainly because of the love and affection, the tolerance, adjustment, and the sacrifice, how much each one contribute to the other. So generally we are all a little bit emotional in tackling the problems. The emotion should not rule over the family. Only the intelligence, or the maturity, the consciousness, it should rule over the family. Then all the problems can be easily attended. Here we have some slides which will be there in Tamil, but we will explain it in English. I don't know how many of you from Tamil or how many of you from the other language. Tamil மட்டும் தெரிஞ்சவங்க கை தூக்குங்க பார்க்கலாம். சரி. Only English knowing people, please raise your hands. All right. Okay, all right. So we'll have some slides and we will discuss it in English also. So when we say a family, so the family which consists of the elders, husband, wife, the children, relatives, friends, and the society. So we should maintain a relationship which should be harmonious between the all. Generally we say the yogas. When we say the yoga is a word which is a link between the body and the life force, a link between the life force and the mind, which is a link between the mind and the society. The harmonious link, in short, we can call it as yoga. It's a training the body, training the mind, so how to be harmonious with the society. So these are all the various parts of the family. So now first, let us go for individual peace. When you want to maintain a peace or harmony in the family, then the individual members, they should be at peace. Then only that will extend to the family. So how one can be peaceful? How we can identify one is peaceful or not? In a family, so many problems are there. How many are cheerful? How many are always happy? And when we analyze the problems, I think the problems may originate from very, very small or petty things. But it is being developed and multiplied. So one should understand oneself. Who am I? What is my duty? Where I am coming from? Where I am going to? Whether I am leading the purposeful life. Unless we understand ourselves, we may not be able to understand others. Once we understand ourselves thoroughly, that means we understood the entire universe. It is not necessary for us to go and analyze the entire part of the universe and find the secrets. Once we analyze ourselves, when we go deep and analyze all the facts about ourselves, that means we understood the entire universe. See, all the secrets of the universe are there within each and every mind. The mind, when we analyze the mind, generally we are seeing only the periphery of the mind. When we go deep to the subconscious and the unconscious state, I think a lot of things are unknown things are there in the mind. When you just imagine the ice floating in a sea, what you are seeing outside will be very small, but what is there inside the sea, there will be more than 2/3 of the ice cube will be there inside the sea. Similarly, when you see the mind, only less than 1/3 of the mind we could see. The remaining 2/3 of the mind will be there that will not be visible, that cannot be identified. Even our own mind. When we are not in a position to analyze our own self, then how we are going to analyze and judge others? So only the conscious mind, there is a periphery mind, only that we know that. Subconscious mind and the unconscious mind, they remain idle. Generally we are not going there. To some extent we are going to the subconscious mind. And the unconscious mind, it remains there. Nobody normally goes there, the unconscious mind, except a few rishis and the mahans. They only go to that level of the unconscious mind. When you go to the unconscious mind, there you can find all the secrets of the universe. That's why the subconscious mind, Swamiji says, and otherwise, that is a genetic center which stores all the information from the evolution of the universe up to the where I am living now. All these informations are there in the subconscious mind, or you can say the genetic center. But what is there in the brain, it is something, only the periphery, the surface level information are there. Even when we analyze scientifically, the information stored in the brain is only from our birth. But all the activities we have done from the birth, all the information are there in the brain. But the activities which were there before our birth, they are also there in our body, but which is not in the brain, which is there in our genetic center. How we can say all the information are not there in the brain? You take an example. A child is born somewhere in a village. Then an old man comes and sees a child. He says, the child looks like the father of your grandfather. He says to the parent, the child looks like the father of your grandfather. And the particular person, he has not seen his grandfather, he has not seen the father of the grandfather also. But the child which has come through him, that resembles the father of the grandfather. But that particular man, he has not seen his grandfather, he has not seen the father of the grandfather. So that information has passed through him. He doesn't know his grandfather or the father of the grandfather. But that information was there within him, that has passed through him to his child. The child resembles like that. Similarly, there are so many informations are there within us, we may not be able to take it outside. The informations are there. That is called as the subconscious level of the mind, or we say the genetic center. The informations are there. So when we go to that genetic center, when we have a technique to analyze that, then we can find the entire secrets of the universe. That's why when any questions coming to the Swamiji will be giving answers instantaneously. He will not wait for anything. He will give the answers instantaneously. Whatever may be the questions, tough questions. When he was answering like that one of the members he questioned, Swamiji, where you have studied? In which university you have studied? Swamiji was replying calmly, I didn't study in any university, but I studied in the city of universe. I didn't go to any university, but I studied everything in the city of universe. பல்கலைக்கழகத்தில் நம்பி படிக்கல, ஆனால் பிரபஞ்சம் என்ற பல்கலைக்கழகத்தை நான் படித்தேன் என்று சொல்கிறார். So all the informations are there within the genetic center. When you know the technique to go and get the secrets from the genetic center, then we can take it all the data from there. Generally the data are there in the brain. These data are only from our birth. Prarabdha karma, we say that. What is from birth? That is prarabdha karma. What is before birth? That is sanjita karma. So the information gathered in the sanjita karma will not be there in the brain, but it will be there in the genetic center. So that we can go to that genetic center and analyze only through deep meditation. So when we are meditating, that mental frequency will be coming down, coming down, coming down. Generally that will be oscillating within the 14 to 40 cycles per second. When you put the electrodes and put it to the electroencephalograph, you can see the vibrations. That vibration will be coming there, 14 to 40 cycles per second will be coming there. That is in the emotional mode. When you are angry, when you are worrying about, anxiety, tension, so your frequency will be going up, 20, 25, 30, 35 to going in that. But when you are meditating, when you are happy, when you are cheerful, when you are enjoying your friends, then frequency comes down, 13, 12, 10, in that way it will be coming down. That is alpha state, we stay there. Now you are going for a deep meditation, that comes down another to 7, 6, 4, that is in the theta level. When you are going to the further deep, then 3, 2, 1, that is the ecstasy, blissfulness. So anybody can go to that stage just by concentrating your mind, bring down your frequency to the lower level. But it is not that easy to bring down the frequency. In radio you can tune the frequency. It is a mechanical device, you can tune it. But this isn't a mechanical device. It's a physiological one. This cannot be tuned as such, what we are doing in the radio. So it has to go along with a proper training. Gradually, it takes for years together. Slowly we can bring down the frequency. So in that way, when you are there in the frequency 7, 6, 5, then you can go deep there. All the inventions and the discoveries are coming there only in the frequency of 4 to 7. If you can keep your mind in the frequency of 4 to 7, then whatever you think, that becomes discovery. That becomes invention. Because you have the mentality, your mind can link with the universe and get the data and the details from the universe. So when we want to be peaceful, we know the techniques to go deep, to analyze ourselves. Instead of analyzing others, we can analyze ourselves. Generally, we think about others. Who is he to advise me? We think about others' position, wealth and all things. Others' character, and we comment about others' character. But when we comment our own character, when we think about our own self, that we call as a self-introspection. In that way we can go deep and find where we are. Only when we find where we are, then only our mind goes to a still state, a calmful state. In the case of analysis of thought, they would have told you, when you want to control the thoughts, it cannot be controlled. That will be coming up. So many thoughts will be coming there. But when you want to analyze the thoughts, then it comes down. So you cannot control the thoughts, you cannot control the mind. But when you analyze the mind, it comes to a lower frequency. So when we analyze ourselves, we can find a lot of things inside. Then only the mind becomes comes to a calm state and enjoys itself. நம்ம மனசை அமைதியப்படுத்தணும்னா மனசுக்கு என்னவெல்லாம் கொடுத்தா சந்தோஷமாக இருக்குன்னு நினச்சி பாருங்க. What are the things required for a mind to be happiness, to be in a happy mood? Generally we say, if I am having a lot of money, I may be happy, that we think. Is it the reason, right reason? Then in that case, so many rich people with crores and crores of money, they should be happy. You go and analyze their personal life. Are they happy or not? No, we don't find such things. பொருள், புகழ், செல்வாக்கு, புலனின்பம். So the material wealth, the fame, then the power, then the enjoyment through the senses. Generally, we think of that. If I get all this wealth, I will be happy. If I get all these pleasures, I will be happy in that way. But there is some limitations. They are not the factors. Then which will make the mind happy? You just think of some example. Suppose we think if you have a money of 1 crore rupees in bank deposit, our mind may think, I will be happy. ஒரு கோடி ரூபா பணத்தை நம்ம பேங்க்கில் போட்டுட்டு நீ 1 கோடி ரூபா பணத்தை செலவழிச்சிக்கலாம்னு சொன்னாக்கும் மனசு சந்தோஷமாக இருக்கு நினைக்கிறோம். Say 1 crore rupees given to you and you will enjoy with it for some time. Whether your mind will be satisfied for after some 1 year or 2 year, then it will look for some other else. So he is having 300 crore, I am having just 1 crore. What I am going to do with this 1 crore rupee? So your mind jumps for others. Suppose, imagine another thing. See, all the properties and wealth of the Tamil Nadu is given to you. You can enjoy all the properties and the wealth of the Tamil Nadu. Nobody will be coming on your way. Whether you will be satisfied? Tamil Nadu சொத்து பூரா உங்களுக்கு எழுதி கொடுத்தாச்சு. மனசு சந்தோஷமாக இருக்கும்னு பாருங்க. It will be there for some time. Then after some time, what will be thinking in the mind? What I am going to do with the poor Tamil Nadu? Had I got Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Delhi, I would have enjoyed much. What I am going to do with the poor Tamil Nadu? Then the mind will be thinking that. Okay, all right. All this entire India, all the wealth of the India is given to you. Whether it will be happy? No, it will be there for some time. Again, it will think of other nations. What is there in America? What is there in Japan? What is there in Singapore? What I am going to do with this poor India? It will be going like that. So the mind doesn't require minimum a material or something else to satisfy itself. It wants to achieve some other thing. Only when it achieves what it needs, then only it gets fulfilled. Only when it understands itself. Who am I? What is the relation between me and the nature? What is my status before the birth? What will be my status after the death? What happens to the soul? When it understands all these facts, then only the mind gets satisfied and it comes to a normal stage. Otherwise, with the material or any other thing, it cannot be fulfilled. The mind is just an elastic bag. Whatever you put, again it will extend. Whatever you put, again it will extend. Unless it understands itself, it cannot be fulfilled by any materials or any wealth or any other thing available on the earth. So it has to analyze itself. It has to understand itself. It has to understand the relation between the man and the nature and the divinity. Then only it comes to a calm state. Then, when we want to analyze ourselves, we have to know our temperaments. There are 6 basic temperaments which deviate our life from the normal life. There is the greed, the anger, miserliness, and the complexes, superiority or inferiority complexes, and the immoral sexual behavior, and the vengeance. So these are all the 6 unwanted behaviors with all the human beings. They disturb, they deviate the normal human being. So we have to overcome from this. Then how to overcome? The greediness. It should be converted into the contentment. Yeah, the 6 temperaments: greed, perasai, anger, the second one. The third, the possessiveness, the miserliness. Then the immoral sexual behavior. Then the superiority or inferiority complex. And the 6th one is the vengeance. Perasai, sino, kadumpatru, முறையற்ற பால் கவர்ச்சி, உயர்தால் மனப்பான்மை, வஞ்சம். So the greed, anger, miserliness or possessiveness, immoral sexual behavior, the complexes, superiority and inferiority complexes, then the vengeance. So these are all the 6 unwanted qualities, character, that deviates a man from the normal life. So these 6 characters has to be converted positively. How this can be converted positively? The greed, perasai, அது நிறைமனமா மாற்றணும். So contentful life. What am I going to do with all the things? It is enough. These are all the enough. Things are enough to my life. See how much we are going to enjoy, how long we are going to live on the earth. Everything is limited. ஸோ ஆசையை சீரமைக்க வேண்டும் என்று மகிழ்ச்சிகள் சொல்கிறார்கள். நான் எவ்வளோ வச்சு என்ன செய்ய போகிறேன்? ஓரளவு தான் வாழ்க்கையில் அனுபவிக்க முடியும். நான் என்ன அனுபவிக்க முடியும்? இந்த பூமியில் நின்னா கால அளவு, படுத்த உடம்பளவு. தட்ஸ் ஆல் ஐ கேன் என்ஜாய். Even you can have hundreds of acres of land. What you are going to do with hundreds of acres of land? You are going to enjoy only a place where you are going to lie down. That's all the place you can enjoy the earth. You may be having thousands of bags of rice in your house, but how much you are going to eat? Just to fill up your stomach, that's all. That is your limitations. You may be having some 10 textile mills. Why? And what are you going to do with 10 textile mills? You are going to wear only one set of dresses on that day. So there is some limitation for each and everything. So the greediness, it should be converted into contentment, limitedness. These are all enough for my life. போதும் என்ற மனமே பொன் செய்யும் மருந்து. So these are enough for my life. What is my basic quality, basic necessity? I should have some food to eat. I should have some clothes to wear. I should have some place to reside. That's all. That's the basic necessity. Then, when you grow up, then we need some life partner. So these are all the basic necessities for a life. Then what you are going to do with all the other things? These are all the extra things. Either you can have it or you can reject it. So we can have a contented life. Okay, this is enough to me. If there is something more, then you can enjoy it. But you don't worry about it. If you want anything, you work hard for it, then you have it and enjoy it. You don't worry about the things. So contented life. So instead of this greenness, you come to the contented life. Then the anger. It's a quality that destroys all the human nature. You might have seen the utility for anger. Anger is a quality inherited from the animal beings. Anger is a quality which has come through the animal beings. In the evolution process, we have come from the various living beings, but we have set out so many unwanted qualities. Now we are living with the human qualities. But still we are having some qualities of the animal beings. One is the anger. So anger is not a human quality. It is the quality of animals. So therefore it has to be converted into tolerance. The anger has to be converted into tolerance. You might have dealt in deep in the last class. Pona class முடிஞ்சிச்சா அது? Neutralization of anger. சின்னம்தத்தில் முடிஞ்சிச்சா? சரி, all right. So what are all the other effects of anger? Or what are all the evil effects of anger? Can you say something? The evil effects of anger? Disease? Then? Any other thing? The evil effects of anger? Spoils the harmonious relationship. And then, anger, we can say it is a self-suicide. See, whenever you become angry, you lose a part of your energy. Or what I can say is, when you are angry for an half an hour, you lose 1 week of your lifetime. 1 week of your lifetime. Suppose you become angry frequently, you say some 52 times. That means 1 year comes down. If you want to live 100 years, then it becomes 99. Another 52, 98, it will be coming down, coming down, coming down. So it's something the suicidal point. So each time we lose our energy. When you are angry, you lose your energy. So it has to be converted into tolerance. But actually we have not succeeded, or we have not gained anything out of anger. We have not gained anything out of anger. Only we have spoiled all the relationships. So instead of being angry, you can be tolerant. The tolerance that brings everything in the life. Then the last one is the sublimation of characters. That is all converting all these unwanted 6 characters into good characters. So the greed, it should be converted into contentment. The anger, it should be converted into tolerance. The possessiveness, it should be converted into charity. You should be ready to help others in all the ways. So the miserliness or the possessiveness, it should be converted into charity. Then the immoral sexual passion, it should be converted into chastity. It is both for male and the female. Chastity. Then the superiority and inferiority complexes. உயர்வு தாழ்வு மனப்பான்மை, அதை நேர்நெறி உணர்வாக மாற்றணும். Feeling of equality. Then the last one, vengeance. Taking vengeance against others. Then we should forgive. We should forget and forgive the people. So that vengeance, we should convert it into the forgiveness. So in that way, all these unwanted 6 characters, they should be converted positively into another 6 characters. So these are generally called as the sublimation process. The maneuver of 6 temperaments, then achieving and stabilizing all these good qualities. So when we want to be peaceful, then our mind, it should not be emotional, and all the unwanted 6 evil characters, they should be converted into the 6 positive characters. Then only we can be peaceful. That individual peace in the mind can be maintained. The individual peace that leads to the family peace, and the family peace that leads to the world peace. We cannot get the world peace instantaneously or immediately at any cost. The world is nothing but the association of the societies. Societies, they are nothing but the association of the families. Families are nothing but the association of individuals. So the peace should start or begin from the individual. It should extend to the family, then to the village, then to the city, then to the nation, then finally it should be for the entire world. Similarly, the peace should extend in that way. So for all these things, the basic cause is the individual peace. So now we are unable to achieve the world peace. When we analyze the reason, now we may be 700 crores of people now living there. When we analyze individually, all these 700 people, 700 crores of people, they are not individually at peace. They are not individually enjoying their harmonious relationship. So this confrontation, this difference, they rise up, and finally it disturbs the world peace. So when you want to achieve the world peace, it should start from the individual. Then slowly it goes to the family, then finally it comes to the world level. Okay, all right. How an individual begins his life, the basic life, from the age of, that is, child up to some 20 age, one goes to school and he follows some strict conditions. That life we call as a brahmacharya. That is, in that way he learns all the skills needed for a life, all the techniques he needed for life. So that life we call as the brahmacharya. So earlier time they went to along with the rishis and they learned all the techniques. Now we go to school and learn all the techniques there. So that what we learn there, Tamil solla எழுத்தறிவு, தொழிலறிவு, இயற்கை தத்துவ அறிவு, ஒழுக்கப்பழக்க அறிவு. So we learn the languages, the literacy, then the vocational skills we learned there, தொழிலறிவு, vocational skills. Then about the nature, the philosophy of the nature, then the virtues, way of living. So these are all the components of the education. The education should have all the components. That components should be given in the earlier, that is in the age of, before the 20 it should be given that. So the basic literacy about the languages and some vocational skills, then about the nature, then the last one about the virtuous way of living. Generally when we analyze the education system now, it imparts importance only to the languages and the vocational skill. As in no schools and colleges they give about the philosophy of the nature. No one deals about the virtuous way of ethics or the virtuous way of living. No colleges, no university, they are not bothered about this ethics or the way of living. They want only the marks, they want only the skills, they want only the technicians, they want only the engineers, they want only the doctors. They don't want a good doctor, they don't want a good scientist, they want only the scientist, that's all. That's why Maharishi says he gives importance to the last two, that is understanding the philosophy of the nature, then leading ethical life. It should be part of the education component. Then the second stage, family life, grahastham, second stage, grahastham. So, actually here already in the bachelor life, we learned all the techniques. Now in a family life, we execute the techniques and we lead a harmonious life with all the people. So there we need that morality, duty and charity. So the ethics of life, the three types of ethics of the life, the morality and the duty and the charity. The morality, Swamiji defines in a formula like, தமிழில் சொல்லும்போது தனக்கோ பிறருக்கோ தற்காலத்திலோ பிற்காலத்திலோ உடலுக்கோ உயிருக்கோ தீமை இல்லாத செயல்கள் நல்ல செயல்கள். So when you do anything, it should not harm yourself and others at present or in the future. So if you harm yourself either at present or in the future, it is not a good act. It is not morality. So whatever be your thought, word and deed, it should always helpful to you at present or in the future. So those things are called as comes under that moral ways. Then the duty, we have so many things to the society. The dues to the society is called as a duty. We have so many dues to the society. So from the birth to this life. We have taken the wealth of the nation. We have taken the wealth available there. What is our contribution there? If we are not contributing anything, just we are taking only the wealth created by others. So it is our bound duty that we should return back what we enjoyed that. So with what is our physical and the mental ability, we have to repay that. You see, all the facilities are given to us. Up to the age of 10 or 20, we don't contribute anything. We go to the schools, colleges, and we study everything, and we are not contributing anything to the society. And we are enjoying the benefits of the society. Then, finally, when we become aged, after 80 or 90, there also we are not contributing anything. So only between the 20 and the 80 we can contribute something to the society. So with our physical and mental ability we should contribute something to the society. Without society we cannot live. For our comfortable living we want society. So when you are eating, when you just analyze what is there in your lunch plate, you can see the labor put in there by so many persons there. The rice, the dal, they have come from different places. So the different workers, they have contributed. So all these, the work that comes to you as a meal. So without the society we cannot live. So what is our contribution to society? So that we call as the dues to the society. Then the last one, igai. That's a charity. We should be always helpful, try to help others. Whatever available within our limit. Either it may be a material or it may be some other moral support, whatever it may be that. We should be always helpful to others. There is a way we can share our happiness. We can share our joyfulness only by helping others. Thondatri inbam kanbam, maharishi சொல்வார். You can enjoy only by helping others. Not by eating yourself, not by enjoying yourself. If you want to really enjoy, is help others and see others are happy. That should be your real enjoyment. So that is the second stage, illaram, grahastham, family life. So the family life is to help others. Then from that the vanaprastham. Then so up to 20 you are by the bachelor life, you go to school and college, educate yourself. Then from 20 to 40 that lead that family life. Then after that, then you should concentrate on different types of meditation techniques, prayer method. Then you should try to understand yourself and the nature behind you. So that is the vanaprastham. Then the last stage, sannyasam. Then you come out of the normal bindings. Then always you should think of the nature, think of the Almighty. Then you become one with it and enjoy and be in the blissful state. So that should be the last stage. So this should be the stages coming in one's life. So the first, bachelor life. The second, the family life. Third one, you go for the meditative life. Finally, you come for the sannyasa life. So these are all the 4 stages. So our illaram, the family life, that comes in the second stage. So, family. What is family? Who are all there in the family? Husband, wife, children, and the parents. Put together we call as a family. So in the family, the main relationship is between the husband and the wife. If there occurs a true relationship and a joyful relationship, then this becomes heaven. Their life becomes heaven. And if some unwanted things are going on there, if they are emotional, always cursing others, then they don't need a separate hell. Then this will become the hell. So you can meet the hell and the heaven in the family life. Okay, all right. In a family administration, how to administer? Then the elders are there, husband, wife, and the children. Generally, when we respect the elders, then our children, they will start respecting us. Why now the children are not respecting the parents? Means the parents, they are not respecting their old parents. So the children whom they are seeing what their parents are doing, they are repeating that. So this should be the family administration in which always the elders, they should be given the due respect. Normally, in the past, the joint family structure was very strong. Grandfather, grandmother, they will be living along with them, and they will be taking care of the grandchildren and the daughter, and they are having a smooth relationship. They were having a wide experiences, tolerance, adjustment, sacrifice, they were there. But now we have become the narrow down and the small pockets of families. What happened now? Your husband, wife, and only one child, either may be son or daughter, it may be there. So they don't have a tolerating mind. Whatever the child likes, the parents are giving there. But it may be there up to the marriage. Then after the marriage, when they go to another family, they are not a person to tolerate with others. They are not a person to move with others. They are not a person to cooperate with others. But in a joint family, they have to be tolerative. They have to adjust with others. So that was the benefit derived from the joint family. Okay, all right. So அறிவு நிர்வாகம் பண்ண வேண்டும். In a family, actually the intelligence, the consciousness, it should rule over the family. It is not the emotion. Generally when we run after the emotion, whatever the decision you are taking that will be leading to the failure. But when you think everything consciously, with all the awareness, then whatever you do, that will lead to success. So only your intelligence or consciousness, that should lead the family, not the emotions. Okay, all right. So now the father or the elder, then being emotional, he shouts at the boy, at the children. How much energy wastes there? When you are angry for half an hour, then you lose a lot of energy that. After that you become dead tired. You are wasting a lot of energy. The children who bears all these, the curse and the emotional mood, then they become tense. So what we are going to achieve after this? So the parents should be the model of the children. Generally the parents, being emotional, they become the wrong model for the children. For the children, the best teachers are the parents. How they teach, they get the training. Then later on they execute the training in their life. So the parents should be the role model. So whatever they learn in the family, then later on they try to execute. Suppose you take a girl, she lives along with the parents for 25 years, along with the parents. So by the time she goes to the schools and the colleges, she gets degree, in employment, everything. Then after the age of 25, then she gets married to somebody else, then he goes there and lives along with her husband for another 75 years. So lives for 100 years. In that way, let's think that. So 25 years she lives there with with her family, with the parents, father and the mother. Another 75 years she lives with the husband. So for the 75 years to lead the life with the husband, she takes the training 25 years with the parents. When the parents give good training to her, then after taking a very good training, then she will execute the training in the latter part of the life for all the 75 years. Suppose, imagine the parents are always quarreling. The parents are always shouting on each other. The parents are always finding fault with each other. Then what happens? The girl, she observes everything here, and she has taken the wrong guidance. She has taken the wrong education. So now what she will do that after the marriage? She will try to execute whatever she has learnt. Then after getting married, all the 70 years she will be troubling her husband. So he'll be giving all kinds of answers to the husband and the family because he has taken a training here. Therefore, the parents should be very much careful in training their own children. So in front of the children, they should not scold each other. In front of children, they should not shout with each other. So all their behavior will be inherited there. The students, the children, they are just observing the parents' behavior. So therefore, at least for the sake of the children, we should behave properly. So what happens? He shouts there. He loses. Then he becomes dead tired after that. So in a family, the husband, wife, and all the family members, then there are two stages. We can have a peaceful and a joyful family, and we can always have a problematic family. What are all the things leads to the problem? What are the things that leads to joy? So when you are in the Maya state, illusion state, that is when your emotion rules over you, when you are not aware of what you are doing, then all such things that leads to the problematic life. Then you come to the other way. You are always aware of what you are doing there. Your consciousness, your intelligence, that rules over all your problems. Then finally, you are always peaceful, joyful, that entire family that remains there. Then, Samuji, Vethathiri maharishi says, don't comment on others. Don't command others. Don't demand anything from others. Comment, command, and demand. Don't comment on others. Don't command and don't demand anything from others. So if you do that, then your peace will be coming down. Otherwise, instead of commenting them negatively, you try to appreciate them. Try to appreciate their activities. Then, instead of finding fault with others, then we can improve our quality. We can find the drawbacks within ourselves and we can improve our quality. Instead of finding fault with others, you try to introspect ourselves and where we are, what we are. And what are the things I have to change myself. Generally I am saying my wife has to change, children has to change, father has to change, brother has to change, and the society has to change. I am always recommending the change for others. But I don't recommend the change within me. I have to change myself. When I change myself, then everybody will be okay. So I cannot change the world. All will be like that. Let us accept as such what is there. And let us try to change ourselves. Once we change ourselves, we can find the change everywhere else. Then, in a family, to be peaceful, their financial position, the economic status, it should be well built. So for which both the husband and the wife, if there is a possibility, they should earn for the total family life. Either the husband may be going to job or the wife may be going to job or both of them may be going to job, and it is the duty of both of them to see that the wealth of the family is increasing. And even the husband may be going to job, he may be earning something, and the wife may not be going to the job, she may be a housewife there. Even then also, for all the things, he has to discuss, consult with the wife, either for saving or for any kind of expenses. For anything, they have to consult among each other. Then only there will be harmonious relationship will be maintained. The husband may think that I am only the earning person, why I should consult my wife? I can spend anything I like that. If it goes like that, then the harmonious relationship will be spoiled. The wife may not be earning, but she is there just cooking and feeding the children, looking after children. How much you are going to pay for the cooking and how much you are going to pay for the looking after children? Thousands and thousands. If you leave your children in a crèche, then how much you are paying there? Just for 3 hours, 5,000 rupees they are paying in Bangalore. Just for 3 hours, for a child to be there in the school, they are paying 5,000 rupees per month. If you calculate it for 24 hours, how much you will be paying to your wife? For one children, if you are having 3 or 4 children, how much you will be paying to your wife? So taking care of our children and looking after them to grow well, it's a duty, and we are not paying anything. So we can say they are also earning in that way. So we should respect the wife even though she is not going for a job. We should consult and discuss about the savings, about our expenses, then how to proceed the life. For all these things, they have to consult each other. And also, the unwanted, unnecessary purchase should not be there. Generally in a family, we have so many unwanted things are there. In any family, when you go and look all the things, what is available there in the cupboard and put it in their loft and anything, are you using all the things in the life? How many things, unwanted things and unnecessary things are put in the cupboard and the loft? If you are not using anything for a week, you don't purchase such things. If you are not using anything for a week, why do you purchase such things and keep it there in the loft and other things? Why do you waste your money? If you analyze like that, then you can avoid so many purchases. Yadanin Ningiyan Nodal Adanin Ilan. Whatever the objects you have come out from that, then you will not be worried from those things. Yadanin Ningiyan Nodal Adanin Ilan. We accumulate unwanted things, and after spending a lot, finally worry about it. So we can have a contented life. So these are all the essential things I need for my life. So let me purchase for that. All right. Why I should purchase unwanted things and keep it there? You just analyze in your family what are all the things there in your bureau, there in your cupboard, there in your loft, which are not touched for months together. Why you need such things? We have our own limitations. So the income and the expenditure, it should be known to each other in the family. How much I earn? What is the total income of the family? How much we spend? How much we save? So all these things should be clearly known to all the members of the family. Then there will not be any hatred among them. Otherwise, there will be some misconcept coming up, rising up. So whatever the income of the family, or the expense of the family, and how much they are saving, if it is known to all the members of the family, then one will not misunderstand about others. So the child will know the difficulty of the parent. Similarly, the husband will know the difficulty of the wife, or the wife will know the difficulty of the husband. If all these things are known to all the members, how much the family income, and how much we have to spend, and how much we have to save, if they discuss and find this way, and the problems will be solved. What are all the ways the difference occurs? Suppose you want to purchase a cooker. Actually, you need a cooker for your family. So you have decided to purchase a cooker. All your members, husband, wife and children, you sit together and discuss you want to purchase a cooker. Okay, all right. You are going to purchase a cooker. Then what are the differences occurring there in the cooker? First, somebody says, whether we need a cooker now, we can buy it after some time. The son, he says, I need a cycle now. Why do you need a cooker now? You have the cooker after some time. First you give me cycle, he says. So cooker is not needed now. You can take some time later on. So that goes about the necessity. So there occurs some difference about the need or necessity. One says it is necessary, other says it is not necessary. So the first difference comes there. Then, okay, all right, somehow we decided to purchase a cooker. Then comes, what type of cooker you want? Whether you want a 5-liter cooker or a 10-liter cooker. Similarly, you go for that quantity of that. Whether you want to buy it in the 1,000 rupees level or 2,000 rupees, what is your budget? Then one says, you are purchasing only one time the cooker, you purchase a very good cooker. Other says, so now we are not having that much money. I don't want to borrow anything. So there occurs some differences in the quantity. Then comes the quality of the cooker. Some says we should go for only the prestige cooker. Some says we should go for a premier cooker. So different brands are there. So which brand you like? So the quality wise the difference comes there. Okay, already everything is decided. Then finally the time comes. Whether we have to purchase now or next week or next month. Whether you need it immediately or can we postpone it for some time? Because I applied for the PF loan. It will be coming only in the next month. Can you purchase next month? Or you want it now? So now about the time. So the difference occurs in 4 types. The need, quantity, quality and the time. So in the 4 concepts, the difference will be coming there in the family. Husband will be saying one thing, wife will be saying another thing, the children will be saying another thing. So there is a chance for the difference coming up there. So they have to sit and discuss. And finally they should come to some conclusion. And that will be suitable to all the members. Okay, so these are the things. Ariyamai, alakshiyam, unachivayam, ignorance, and the emotional stage, and the illusion. Innocence, ignorance, and emotion. The first one is the innocence. The next one, ignorance. Then this is emotional stage. Innocence, we are not knowing anything. It's just like child. Child is not aware of what is doing there. It goes and commits so many things. It may not be aware of all the effects coming there. That is innocence. Then ignorance. Knowingly we commit some mistakes. Knowingly we commit some mistakes. That is ignorance. For example, we can take, you want to boil the milk. Then you put it there in the stove and switch on the stove. Then it's boiling. By the time you think, so it will take some another 10 minutes or 20 minutes. So by the time I will go and work and complete some other work. And you are going there, and when you come and see that, what happens? Paal pongirum, adukulla munjirum. By the time that it has overboiled, it has come out. So you know that within 10 minutes it will be coming up. Even then, you go and attend some other work, and finally you see the wastage of milk there. So there is ignorance. Knowingly committing some mistakes. Ignorance. Then emotional. That is in the higher frequency mode. When you go for emotional state, then actually your intelligence comes down. The intelligence and emotions are reciprocal. The intelligence and emotion are reciprocal. If your emotions are rising up, intelligence will be coming down. If your intelligence rise up, the emotion will come down. So they are reciprocal. Intelligence and emotions. You cannot be wise, you cannot be intelligent when you are angry. Just think of that. When you are angry, you cannot be intelligent. You cannot be wise when you are angry. What are the decisions you take when you are angry, that will lead to the failure. It cannot be successful. So the intelligence and emotion are reciprocal. Am I correct? Intelligence and emotion, they are reciprocal. Then the difference of opinion that comes. Egoistic. I want to decide everything myself. I don't allow other members to decide. Egoistic. Then expectations. I expect my wife should be like this, children should be like this, parents should be like this, society should be like this. I expect everything. But at the same time, I should expect what my wife will expect from me, what my son will expect from me, what my parents will expect from me. That should I have. But normally I expect something from others. At the same time, I should understand their position also. Then, exercising the power. You may be husband, you may be earning, but at the same time you should respect other members. Because I am earning, whatever I say, you all should obey. If I go like that, then we cannot lead a harmonious family. Problem will be there. Even I may be earning, it's all right. We got to share the joyfulness only with the family. So the family At some time, somebody will be saying, it is like an university. You get different types of training in the family. All your basic characters, they are cultured, they are developed only in the family. So the family is the practical ground where you get all the training, habitual training, all your character formation, that comes only from the family. So there, if I exercise only my power, then all others, they will be taking the same training, and one day they will be cursing me. Then commenting each other. So these are all the things by which the difference openly comes there. Instead of commenting each other, we can appreciate each other, we can bless each other. There are so many ways we can appreciate the positive attitudes of others. So everybody expects others to appreciate them. Everybody, whoever it may be there, whether children or elder person, whatever they may, everybody, they want them to be appreciated by others. They are yearning for it. They are expecting that. So whenever they do some good things, you just appreciate them. You just wait for them, and whenever there is a chance for you to appreciate others, you just appreciate them. Only when you appreciate, the good characters are fixed in a child. When you appreciate a child, you are a wonderful child. You are very much intelligent. And whatever you do, that will be successful. If you appreciate your child that way, then their characters are fixed. Instead of that, you give a negative comment, oh, you are a fool, you are an idiot, you are not useful to anything. If you are saying like that, then actually he may be intelligent, but he will be becoming fool, he will become an idiot. Because you are giving comment like that, that mind will accept whatever things you are repeating, that mind will start accepting that. So always let us bless others, let us comment positively on others, let us appreciate the activities of others. அன்பும் அரணும் உடைத்தாயின் இல்வாழ்க்கை பண்பும் பயனுமது. So the love and the compassion and the moral way of living, that only leads to a harmonious family. The love and the compassion and the ethical way of life. So that is the real life. So Swamiji says about the Almighty, and he appreciates the greatness of the woman. In a family, one has to understand and appreciate the greatness of the woman. The major role is played by the woman folk there. That is, as a mother, the wife, the sister, in so many ways, they take the responsibility. So one should appreciate the female members in the family. See here, the Socrates and Mahatma Gandhi, Rajan Ram Mohan Rai, they were all there. They have given very high due to the women folk. Actually, the Rajan Mohan Rai, he was responsible to relieve entire that women folks from the Sadi, what we can say, that Sadang Murailand. So early there was a rule, Sadi, that is, the wife has to die along with the husband when he dies. She has to be put in the same fire when the husband dies and burns. So that has been abolished after the great attempt of the Raja Ram Mohan Rai. And these are the leaders, Socrates and the Mahatma Gandhi. So they had given the due respect, the high respect to the women. Then in a family life, husband and wife, their family relationship, that is also very much important. Then what are all the different types of relationships we are having? That is, father and the mother, husband and wife, brothers and sisters, then the relatives and the friends, then those who are to be respected, then the very good friendship, then Swamiji comes here another, that is the wife's appreciation day. Actually we are having one day's wife's appreciation day here. That is, we celebrate so many days. Father's Day, Mother's Day, Children's Day, and the World Peace Day. That is so many days we celebrate. But throughout the world, some time back, we don't have a day for the wife. So August 30, Swamiji has chosen as Wife's Appreciation Day. And that day each husband, he has to respect the wife, and he has to analyze what are all the activities done by the wife after the marriage. What are all the things he has done good to him. And he has to think positively. So what are all the ways my wife has helped me. So all these positive things should be thought over on the day. He has to appreciate the wife. He has to understand, because only keeping a harmonious relationship between the wife and the husband, the family life will be an enjoyable one. So the heaven and the hell that lies only in the family life. If there is a harmonious, a pleasant feeling between husband and wife, then there occurs the heaven. If it goes in the otherwise, then you don't need a separate hell. The family will become a hell there. Okay, this is an important one. When you want to have a very good children, then the relationship between the husband and wife should be very much perfect, very much harmonious. Then only you can have a very good children there. Because whatever the parents, all the characters of the parents are coming there as children. The children, we can say children are nothing but the Xerox copies of the parents. Whatever the qualities the parents have, the same qualities will be coming to the children. You cannot find fault with the children, because all the qualities of the children are from the parents. Either it may be from the mother or it may be from the father. So if you want to have a good children, then your behavior should have been there like that. Before the children were born, you should have changed yourself to that level. Then only the children will be coming all right. Only the parents' qualities are coming there. You take a small family in which 2 children are there, and see the elder children and the younger children. Imagine there is a 10 years difference between the first child and the second child. You analyze the behavior of the first child, you analyze the behavior of the second child. The first child was born when the husband and wife, they didn't have much experience in the life. So you see the character of the first child. Then after 10 years, the second child was born. You just analyze the character of the second child. So the second child was born with all the experience of the parents. By the time the husband and the wife, they got so many experiences in the life, all these experiences are coming there to the second child. அதனால தமிழில் சொல்லும்போது சொல்லுவாங்க, மூத்தது மோலை இளையது காலன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. ஒரு மூத்த பையனை பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு ஃபேமிலியில் எப்போ பார்த்தாலும் சும்மா அழுதுகிட்டே இருப்பான், நிறைய திங்க் பண்ண முடியாது, பெரிய இன்டெலிஜென்ட்டாக இருக்க மாட்டான். ஆனால் கடைசி பையனை பாருங்கள், ஒரு 10 வருஷம் கழிச்சுக்கிற பையனா நல்ல இன்டெலிஜென்ட்டாக இருப்பான், எதை சொன்னாலும் சரியாக புரிஞ்சுக்குவான், ஈஸியாக வாழ்க்கையில் சமாளிச்சுக்குவான். ஏன்னா மூத்த பையன் பிறக்கும்போது ஹஸ்பண்ட் பெரிய அனுபவம் இல்லை, அனுபவம் இல்லாத உணர்ச்சியப்பட்ட நிலையில் பிறந்தது தான் மூத்த பையன், கல்யாணம் புதுசில் பிறக்கிறது. ஆனால் ஒரு 10 வருஷம் கழிச்சு பிறக்கக்கூடிய பையனை பார்த்தீங்கன்னா with all the experience in the 10 years what they have gained, that experience will be coming to the second child. Had the parents experienced all the things before the first child, then first child also would have been like that. முத குழந்தை பிறக்கிறதுக்கு முன்னாடியே நல்ல மாற்றங்கள் வந்ததுன்னா, had they come to this Manavala Kali Mantra, had they taken all the trains here, had they trained their mind, had they changed all their unwanted behavior, then even the first child would have been very nice. அப்போ குழந்தை பிறக்கிறதுக்கு முன்னாடி நம்ம நல்ல கேரக்டர் வந்துருந்துச்சுனாக்கோ அது மாதிரி நமக்கு நல்ல குழந்தை கிடைச்சிருக்கும். So it's a finding fault with the children. We got to change ourselves to get good children. That's why கருவிலே திருவடியை குழந்தை சொல்றோம். So these are all the responsibilities and duties. So always keeping your pleasantness, the love and the appreciation, and commenting positively. So these are all some of the conditions given there. And Tamil ரகசியம் பேசக்கூடாது. You should not keep any secrets. You should not keep any secrets between the husband and wife. There should not be any secrets. It should be open. It should be transparent. Then Even if your wife or husband doesn't accept a particular thing, you throw it away. It may be good for you, according to your intelligence, but your wife or the husband, they don't accept for it, then you just postpone it. You don't go in for it. Because you want to have a good relationship there. Then, we should not comment negatively either about the husband or the wife in front of others. You can appreciate them in front of others, but you should not give a negative comment. Okay, so these are some of the things Swamiji has given. So, the family is a temple. Family is a temple. And in the temple, who should be worshipped there? And who are the gods there in the family? So, Swamiji says family is a temple. In the temple, who are the gods and who should be worshipped there? குடும்பம் ஒரு கோயில்னு சொல்லிட்டாங்க. இந்த கோயில்னா கோயில் ஒரு தெய்வம் இருக்கணும். யார் இந்த தெய்வம் வச்சுக்கலாம், யார் அங்கே வணங்கலாம்? So in the family, Swamiji says family is a temple. So in the temple there should be some God. Somebody should be there to worship. அப்போ யாரை இங்கே நம்ம வணங்கலாம்? In the family there are two gods. What are they? Who are they? The family there are two gods. Who are they? The husband and the wife. Husband is a god to the wife and the wife is a god to the husband. So one God lives with another God. One God lives with another God. If you think like that, will you curse your life partner? You will be always helping your life partner. கடவுளுக்கு போய் பூஜை செய்கிறது பெருசு இல்லை. கணவன் மனைவிக்கு உதவி செய்கிறது, மனைவி கணவனுக்கு உதவி செய்கிறது உண்மையான பூஜை என்பது. The prayer is just to help your life partner. Instead of going and spending a lot of lakhs and lakhs of rupees for a date, you just try to help each other, your life partner. That brings the happiness. That brings the heaven here. So these are all the things have been given by Swamiji. And to maintain a peaceful and harmonious family, the tolerance, adjustment, sacrifice, these are the main parts. So one should be tolerant and one should adjust with all the things and one should sacrifice. That only brings the happiness and the harmonious relationship. For this adjustment, only with a small story, let me conclude that. You just imagine two persons are coming in a narrow path opposite to each other. One with a well educated, with various degrees, BA, MA, MPhil and PhD degrees, with some little bit egoistic, he is coming there. And in front of that, oppositely, another man, a coolie, a laborer is coming there. So both of them, they have come almost close to each other. One has to give way for other. The egoistic, the scholar, the well-educated, he says, I will not give way for the idiots. What says the scholar person, he says, I will not give way for the idiot. The coolie, the laborer, politely he says, sorry sir, but I give way for all. Now who is idiot? Who is intelligent? The scholared man, egoistic, he says, I will not give way for the idiots. But the laborer, he says, okay sir, but I will give way. So who is idiot now? Who is intelligent? Those who are giving way, those who are adjusting with others, they become intelligent. So if you want to be intelligent always, then you should adjust with others. You should give way for others. Then only you can be intelligent. So with all the knowledge you have gained here for the past 2 or 3 days, with all the training you have taken there, first you tolerate, you become, then you adjust with others. Then you first start sacrificing. Then later on they will be coming to your fold. So the tolerance, adjustment, sacrifice, these are the 3 tantras. If you adopt that, always your family will be peaceful, happy and harmonious. Thank you very much. World from